Welcome back to Legacy of Kain Defiance. Kain is dead, Vorador, Mobius also dead. So let's go back to Vorador's mansion and try and resurrect Janos. What else is there to do?
In my absence, the estate had been overrun by Mobius's soldiers. I hoped that they had not yet found the entrance to the crypt or discovered the body of Janos. Of Vorador, there was no sign.
Raziel, the conquering hero. I understand we ought to offer congratulations. Kain, at last, is dead.
I suppose you expect similar congratulations on the death of Vorador. Or has he eluded you?
We have him, but not without a considerable price in blood.
That will have pleased him.
Let it sustain him until his head is off, and every vampire in Nosgoth at last is dead.
And will that knowledge sustain you? You too are going to your death.
For a true servant of the one God, death is never bitter. I will go, again at peace with the knowledge that I have played my small part in our master's plans. Kain is at last destroyed, and you have carried out the deed. Which hero do you think you are now? The vampire savior, or the other one? Have you realized yet that it didn't matter to us which one either of you thought you were, so long as the result was the same in the end? And now, Kain is dead. Really, I cannot thank you enough.
So, this has all been arranged every step of the way. And Kain thought I truly had free will.
Oh, but you do. And there's the greatest triumph of all. To have compelled the one player who could choose into doing exactly what we required. Well done, faithful servant. And now, I have an execution to see to.
Well then, apparently Mobius is not dead, and neither is Vorador. That's weird, seeing as we heard Mortanius ask his undead son to come to him, which, as we remember from Blood Omen 1, happens after Mobius kills Vorador and then Kain kills Mobius and other Kain. Blood Omen is weird. Now this is quite officially just a screw-up on behalf of the writers. Amy Hennig, she admitted that this was just them messing up because they thought that it would have a larger dramatic impact if they were to have Mobius taunt Raziel after him killing Kain, even though Mobius is supposed to be dead right now. Now, I personally think that it's something that can actually be... Like, they did not have to accept this as a screw-up. They could just easily explain it away by saying that there's an incarnation of Mobius from a different time that came here just with the specific purpose of mocking and taunting Raziel. But alas, it's been admitted that it's a screw-up. It's officially a screw-up. If only this were the worst screw-up of the series. If only. The good thing out of this encounter with Mobius is that we have finally confirmed that the prophecy, the ancient vampire prophecy of the vampire and Hilden champions is just a load of horse shit, because it was given to the ancient vampires by their oracle, which, as we know now, is the big squid, and the big squid is not to be trusted at all, ever. Also, Stasis Field is good for crowd control, and the Earth Reaver is good for killing things quickly. And in this video I will be making a point of showing off the Earth Reaver because, well, we did not see it much or at all, to be honest, immediately after receiving it. We have been using the Water Reaver all the time in order to kill demons and Cenobites. So instead, Earth Reaver it is, as opposed to usually just running away. and this health talisman is right in the way. And this is another thing about Vorador's mansion here, is that as much of a slog, a boring, unbearable slog as it is in Chapter 8, when we are here for the first time, here it is one of the better levels because it's linear, you don't have to run around, you don't have to get lost. The way is always clear because what could potentially be unnecessary branching paths is simply blocked here, so because of the destruction wrought upon by the mercenaries of Mobius. So yeah, this is a more fun level, a lot more fun level than Chapter 8. In fact, Chapter 8 and Chapter 9 are easily the worst levels in the game. Although this run through, yes, is blocked. Although this run through Vorador's mansion is still a fair bit longer than I would like it to be. Also, you can see me finally trying to play around with TK, because we have been playing for so long as Raziel without good TK that we actually forgot how to do this. We did not spend a lot of time as Kain in the end. It's also kinda sad that I never showed off the way the Time Reaver enhancement works for Kain. Too bad he's dead now. Too bad. Okay, you know what? I'll show it off in an extra video, don't worry. Now here, I just did this to charge up the Wraith Blade, and you will see why in a moment. Okay, now do you see on the left this TK Yabul pillar? I'm not going to TK it. I'm going to Earthquake it into destruction. Well, that didn't work. That was massively underwhelming. Okay, now one thing that I don't realize to do until a little bit later is to play around with TK and to actually impale these assholes. Don't worry, I will do it. I will come to my senses in just a few moments. Wait, why did it work now? Oh, well, I will not be complaining about me accidentally breaking the ever-loving shit out of the game as opposed to doing it intentionally. And this is so fast too, I could have sped up the fight so much. Honestly, you know, it's even more satisfying when you're Raziel. I'm not sure why, maybe it's the animation. Yeah, by the way, there's this last Arcane Tome. It's there. Don't miss it, unless you don't give a damn about concept art. I think I've already said that line, but I think it bears repeating. Oh, by the way, here's a fun fact. There is no reward whatsoever for 100%ing this game. For getting all the collectibles. Absolutely no point doing that. In fact, I would say that the only useful thing is the extra health. And this is another one of those encounters where I can just run past them, but I make a point of having some more fun with the Earth Reaver and with the TK. Of course, I get a little bit destroyed here. Why wouldn't I? Okay, now that I am down to killing only one Juggernaut... Oh, by the way, these fat guys they're called Juggernauts. Mercenary Juggernaut. I will try and throw him into the fire. Come on. Without success, unfortunately, because they do not fly high up. And this is so damn sad. I wanted to kill this thing with a fire. I like fire. It burns. And it's hot. Hot. Okay, in this room we are going to encounter the third to last enemy in the game that we will encounter ever, which will once again happen in a few moments. It is not on the screen yet. See how this guy on the left got possessed? Yeah, and he immediately got mutated. This here was the Transformed, which is the Possessed on steroids. And as unthreatening as the Possessed are, because they are essentially just vampire hunters that are limited in the choice of their attacks to just meleeing you. The Transformed are even more unthreatening, because they're slow, and I don't even know actually whether they're strong or not, because they're so slow, they don't ever get a chance to hit you. And this is me showing off the invisible wall in front of this fireplace, as well as the incapability of Raziel to go into first person here, which makes total sense. Why would you not be able to go into... I mean, why would you be able to go into first person there? Unfortunately, it's also a bit annoying to try and use TK against these revenants, because they charge you. They charge at you, but I can do TK. No, not this. There we go. Now killing them with fire is fun. And while in my previous round I would have used the Fire Reaver, now I'm going to use the TK and the fire sources that I can find in the environment, because I fucking can! Here, the temptation is strong to jump onto a pillar, but do not do that. Just go straight down and begin killing things. Also, I am getting a little bit wrecked here. Also, fighting on uneven terrain in Defiance is a pain in the ass. It's not quite as bad as it was in Soul River 2, where uneven terrain essentially meant that you will get wrecked no matter what. But it's still a bit of a pain. No, come on, you're almost dead. You're almost dead. And now that he is completely dead, instead of doing progress, we will go back inside and get the next health talisman. Because we are totally in need of more health. Sorry, Vorador. Hilariously, this statue is probably the only indication in Defiance of Vorador's vanity. Because there is nothing else that would even hint at it. Okay, now let's go back outside. Well, we already are back outside. And go to do progress. Or not. Okay, now this pillar is supposed to be TKable. There is an air icon underneath it that will release a torrent of air. A stream of air, but it glitched out. I cannot TK it. Well, I thought that this might work because it worked once, but nope. And now I'm in a bit of a panic because I know that if I try reloading the save, it might not help. And if it doesn't help, then it means that the entire save file is corrupted, and then it means that I have to play through the entire game again. So I try to maybe... Spoilers, by the way, I will not be fighting them yet. I'm thinking that maybe going to the spectral realm will work, and does it? Nope. And here I realize that I have to load a save. So will it work, or will it help? Stay tuned to find out next time. Thank you for joining me. Goodbye. I will go and load a save.